Hey guys, Jeremy with Civitas Law Group, back for another episode of The Lincoln Lawyer, this time doing episode 8.
What's the problem, counsel?
The problem is that this witness is not on the prosecution's list.
As counsel is aware, this witness only recently came to light via an article in the press. And Mr. Haller spoke with her before I did, so he can hardly claim to be blindsided.
Which is how I know the witness has no relevant information.
His argument halfway through, and frankly, the first argument was actually a whole lot better. You weren't aware of the witness, and the prosecutor didn't make you aware by putting them on the witness list. That's your best way to not get this witness to testify. Saying that they have no relevant information, of course the prosecutor's going to say, then why would I even want to call them? Of course they have relevant information. We're not going to waste my time or anybody else's. That's a weak argument, and frankly, I think Mickey, being the attorney that he is, would stick with his first argument.
He had a front row seat to the relationship between the defendant and his wife.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Which sounds like something you can bring out on cross if you like.
You can have a standing objection, Mr. Haller. If the witness has nothing of evidentiary value, I'll strike her testimony and instruct the jury to...
And his mistake there put the witness on the stand, because he changed horses in the middle of the race and said, oh, well, at first they're not on the list, and then, they don't have any relevant information. And the judges only heard the second argument, really, or only ruled on the second argument right then and said, well, if they don't have any relevant information, then I'll tell them to go have a seat.
Tell, did Lara Elliott confide in you about her relationship with her husband?
Yes. She told me more than once that she felt like he had taken over her life.
How so?
Lara was the best coder I ever knew. She could solve problems none of the rest of us could crack. She should have been a superstar. Instead, Trevor put her in his shadow and kept her there.
Objection.
Sustained. First-hand observations only, counsel.
So essentially what they're saying is that that's number one, that's slang, so it's not really facts. She's supposed to be there testifying to facts that she knows. Trevor put her in his shadow and kept her there. It doesn't even have a real definition. It's all slang. So what fact are we testifying to? And they're saying, yeah, you only have to you can only testify to things that you know.
How long has it been since you were promoted at Chaos Games?
Relevance, Your Honor.
It goes directly to her motivation for contacting and testifying against my client, Your Honor.
Overruled.
So?
It's been a few years, I guess.
6, to be exact.
Testimony.
You were hoping Trevor would give you a fresh start at Parallax, weren't you?
It wasn't like that. I mean, everyone's always on the lookout for the next opportunity, but
Trevor never offered you that opportunity, did he?
Not in terms of a job. No.
You must have resented him terribly for that.
Objection!
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mickey does a good job there at the end. He puts an idea in the jury's mind in the form of, you must have, kind of a question, probably would get through, but you must have resented him terribly. And the prosecutor objects. It doesn't matter, though, right? We hear judges say, oh, the jury is instructed to disregard what they heard. Once they heard it, they heard it. People are people. It doesn't really work that way. So Mickey here is just putting an idea in their mind. This is what I wanted you to get from all of the questions that I was asking here. Here's a closing thought. Wrap it up with a big bow. Good job.
People haven't been given this document in discovery.
Newly discovered evidence brought to bear. An anonymous whistleblower.
Anonymous. Seriously. There's no chain of custody. How do we even know that this document is legitimate?
Shit, I don't know. Maybe I could ask the witness to verify it.
Okay, stop it. You both...
So I actually addressed this in a previous episode. So Mickey gets this report from somebody that accidentally got it given to them. So now he's trying to legitimize this report. And so the way that he's going to do that, he's going to say, okay, well, the guy on the stand, he can confirm whether he gave this report or not. It's actually pretty clever.
You both are going elbows with discovery. My tolerance is not infinite, but I'll allow Mr. Haller to show the witness the exhibit.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Loomis, is this a copy of the report you filed in the Ruiz case? The one that was thrown out by the court?
Yeah.
And why was it thrown out?
The defendant had elements of GSR in his hands, but I failed to consider that he could have been exposed to them because of his work as an industrial engineer.
So right before this case, you filed a report that was so flawed it was thrown out, and now you want this jury to accept your expert opinion?
Well, it's not just my opinion.
I'm sorry.
This is professionally humiliating. But my supervisor, Dr. Tan, has been double-checking all of my work since the Ruiz case. That's why her initials are at the bottom of my report in this case.
Her initials?
One message.
Approach, Your Honor.
Now what?
Your Honor, my copy of the witness report has no initials on it.
It's true. No initials on the defense's copy.
Your Honor, it's simply a bad photocopy. You can see where it's cut off at the bottom. There's just the top of the initials there. I'm sorry, but we DAs don't have the resources that high-priced defense attorneys have.
Mr. Golance, are you representing to me as an officer of the court that this is an honest mistake?
Absolutely, Your Honor. I didn't know about the Ruiz case, so I would have no reason to obscure the supervisor's initials.
I'm going to say it's going to make a significant difference in the defense, so it's not going to matter if it was an honest mistake, in my humble opinion. But another thing here is that Mickey could be saying, okay, well, if this kid is claiming not to be the expert, if his supervisor is double checking all of his work because of this mistake that I uncovered, then we want to talk to the supervisor. We shouldn't even be talking to this kid. We should be talking to the real expert. So to me, it's almost a moot point. See where Mickey goes with it here. And a quinoa salad with beets, by the way. Trash can that thing, move on to some other food. Free legal advice for you. It has nothing to do with the law, but quinoa salad, come on, who eats that? Get yourself a burger, Mickey. Attaboy.
I think better on the road.
So you said?
One of the things about this job is you can't just look at something once. You have to keep looking until you understand every possible thing it could mean. Being in motion helps me do that, run wide.
How to see what's right in front of you is a constant struggle.
The way that I try to think of something for the case, the way that I try to break through that wall and go, oh, it could have been this, and make that mental connection, is to stop thinking about the case. I know a lot of people say that they work the same way, but essentially, when I'm trying to make myself figure the thing out, I never do it. If I lay my head on a pillow and try to go to sleep, I'll have something come into my mind just like that. So I get what he's saying here. You got to be in motion. He's on the road. Yeah, okay. I don't necessarily need to do that, but when I'm trying to figure out the case, stop thinking about the case.
I had this client once. She was a burglar. Not just any burglar. She was a safecracker. She used to tell me about it. The rush she got when she saw the last digit and the gears started to move. Finding out what was inside the safe, that was secondary, because the jobs weren't about the money. They were about that magic moment when the gears click into place. Now, I never cracked the safe, but I know all about that moment.
Found it. Jerry's magic bullet.
I get it now, all of it. I get it, and I need you two to help me fire it.
Did you sleep here?
Never mind that. The ballistics expert. What's her name?
Dr. Arslanian. I sent her the file, but she said there was nothing she could say that would contradict the state's case.
Don't worry. Just get her to court. I'll deal with it. Remember the guy from the video? I know who he is now. Bring him to. All right, come on. Let's go.
Okay.
Mr. Munoz, what do you do for a living?
I'm a freelance videographer.
Videographer of what?
I monitor the police scanners for high-profile crimes, then I go and shoot video of the crime scenes, and I sell it to the media.
And did you shoot any video relating to Trevor Elliott?
I did.
Your Honor, the defense would like to mark Exhibit B.
I shot for over an hour, but mostly it's just Mr. Elliott sitting in the back of a patrol car until the homicide detectives arrive.
Was that the only video you shot in Malibu that day?
Well, that day, yes, but I was also in Malibu the night before.
Why was that?
Objection. What possible relevance?
All will be revealed in the fullness of time, Your Honor.
Keep the fishing brief, Mr. Holler.
There was an incident around 2 a.m. up in Topanga State Park. Some guy shot off a bunch of rounds at some sheriff's deputies.
Is that footage on here, too?
Yes, sir.
I knew that guy was connected. I called that. Go back. It's like episode 3.
Objection, Your Honor. Again, relevance. And this other footage wasn't turned over in discovery.
It was, actually.
The entire contents of the footage Mr. Munoz shot was put into evidence, Your Honor. It's not my fault you didn't bother to watch the whole thing.
Get where you're going, Mr. Hall.
Almost there, Judge. So you heard over your scanner about a shooting incident in Topanga State Park?
Yes.
Do you recall the shooter's name?
I believe it was Eli Wims. He was a sniper in the Marines, I heard.
Indeed he was. Thank you, Mr. Munoz. No further questions, Your Honor.
That's one way to confuse him for cross-examination. Not even wrap it all up with what the point is or why you want the jury to know this information. So prosecutor is getting up going, I don't even know what to cross-examine you about. Fun little strategy there. But it also leaves the possibility open of the jury saying, I don't even know what why he wanted us to hear that.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defense calls Dennis Byrne to the stand.
Objection. Sidebar.
Yeah.
Your
Let me guess, he's not on the list.
Defense's list?
Yep.
That's because such as Lara is only a few seconds ago.
You're putting on a witness you've never spoken to.
I know who he is, Your Honor, and this isn't the first time somebody's put on a witness that wasn't on the list.
I haven't had any time to prepare for questioning this witness.
Well, that makes two of us, Jeff. We're in the same boat here.
What's good for the goose, Mr. Goldhands? This is it, Mr. Howard.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Why is it that the star of every legal drama is always at the end of their limit? The judge is just like, this is all I can handle from you. You got it. Because we love it. I know that's the answer because we love it. It makes fun drama. But I don't know if I've ever heard a judge say that in a courtroom before. This is all the leeway I'm going to give to you. Anyway.
Is that the same vehicle, the one that was brought to you to be repaired?
Yeah, that's the one. You can see the shot on spot like that.
So how much time did you have to repair that vehicle, Mr. Byrne?
No more than an hour. We needed to get it back on the street.
I see. Do you normally clean the cars that are brought to you? Exterior, interior?
Normally, but not this one. Like I said, we only had an hour, so it was all we could do to repair the light and fill it with gas.
Ah, the shots. That's how he got the residue all over him. Okay, putting it together now. That's where this is all going. Okay, I think. Because his client, the guy that's been accused of murdering his wife, was sitting in the police car while the deputies searched the house. Cool. Okay, think I got it.
We established that this man's name is Eli Wims and that he fired over 90 rounds of ammunition that night. He was then loaded into the back of this patrol vehicle and driven to the county jail.
Your Honor, I must object.
I don't think so, Mr. Goldhands. Overruled.
Now, Dr. Aslanian, in a situation like I just...
Objection here is just, Your Honor, I have to object because I finally see where all of this is going and it's really bad for my case. Unfortunately, that's not a valid objection.
We established that this vehicle was not cleaned between the time Mr. Wims rode in it and the time Mr. Elliott was placed in it. So, Dr. Aslanian, in your opinion, could that account for the gunshot residue on my client's hands?
In my opinion, given the staggering amount of GSR, it's the only thing that could account for it.
Mic drop.
What's it like, that moment?
One moment.
The moment when you know you've won.
You never really know for sure. Sometimes it's not enough just to create doubt. If your client is the hero of the story, sometimes you gotta give the jury a villain too.
I gotta tell you, I remember going back before I even went to law school, and I was talking to my brother-in-law, who's an attorney. And at that point, he was maybe not having the most fun as an attorney and maybe even considering other careers at that point. I think. I won't speak for him, but that's how I remember it. And he was saying, to really be a good attorney, you really got to love that gotcha moment. And I look back at that time in my life as the moment that I realized I was going to be a really good attorney, or at least that I was going to enjoy it. I love watching it on TV, but man, doing it in a courtroom or on your computer or wherever you happen to be when you realize, got it. that moment, freaking awesome.
I did not say that.
No, but I need you to answer the question. Were you in the Mossad, an organization which is known to carry out targeted assassinations?
Objection. Your Honor, if I may.
No, you may
Who are
not.
you? I'm Mr. Shavar's counsel. Mr.
Oh.
Shavar's past employment in
Okay, maybe
Israel,
you may.
whatever it may be, has no bearing on this case and could jeopardize the national security of one of this country's closest allies.
Okay, so I have actually been witness counsel before. I've never had to interrupt being witness counsel. But if I had, I would probably say, Your Honor, if I may, and then approach and announce myself, Jeremy West for the witness, Your Honor. I have a notice of appearance in as witness's counsel. May we approach? And I wouldn't just be announcing my freaking legal argument from the back of the room. But, like I said, we love drama, right?
Funny. I must not have that one.
It's impeachment evidence, Your Honor. Mr. Shavar testified that he's not a violent man. I have a video that directly impeaches that. Thank you.
So a lot of things can come into evidence for impeachment purposes that can't get in other ways. That won't go in on direct examination. But what they're saying is you can get in certain types of evidence if the witness is on the stand, they've made a statement, and you're trying to say, no, that statement isn't true. That's impeachment evidence.
So you didn't just confront Mr. Rails, you confronted my investigator as well.
I was simply making a point.
By threatening to kill him?
Objection!
Withdrawn. No further questions, Your Honor.
I don't know what the objection would be there. Just trying to make a point by threatening to kill him. Is that, you might finish it with, is that right? Because he did just threaten to kill him.
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Okay. So attorneys will wait for the courtroom to empty out, to watch everybody go down that elevator and not get on the elevator with any jurors especially, witness, anybody, so that this very situation that we're being shown right now doesn't happen.
Oh, Trevor, what are you talking about? We won. Your investors are going to get what they want.
Yeah, but I won't. Not if I don't clear my name.
Oh, it's a bad idea.
Listen.
Tell him, Mickey.
All right, you'll... What the hell are you doing? I have to go.
Go where?
So the whole thing with Mickey was just about to tell him it's a bad idea that you testify. Defendants all the time want to get up, clear their good name, say exactly what happened. Exactly what happened can frequently be established by other witnesses. And that's what Mickey's about to tell him, because if the defendant, who has no obligation to testify, doesn't testify, then he can't be cross-examined by the prosecution. Prosecutors are usually very good at their jobs, especially as homicide prosecutors that have probably been around a really long time. And so putting him on the stand, all they got to do is just rile him up a little bit, light a fire underneath him, get him pissed off, and make him look like he's violent. And then the jury goes, wow, that really looks like somebody who might murder somebody. Even though it's not a fair conclusion necessarily, it's all they need. So after that last court scene, you do get a little bit of the show drama that's fun to watch, but that was basically the end of it. And Lincoln Lawyer is a great series. I'm looking forward to keeping this on, and I know we got another season coming out pretty soon too, so I'm going to try to get caught up. All right, go and check out the other episodes that we did. They're all in a playlist now, so go check them out, and we'll see you next time.